Welcome to Custom Home Builder Solutions, also known as CHS, a job costing, full accounting, and profit management software for the professional home builder. In this particular video, we are going to continue our discussion about purchase orders, but we will be talking about variance purchase orders, or they are often referred to as VPOs. And first, I'd like to click the Purchase Orders button on the Home tab. And then I'd like to click the Help. And then I'd like to look under the area for Create Variance Purchase Orders and Back Charges, which we will be talking about in the next video, but we're just going to do a basic variance purchase order in this video. And I'd like to read some words that I sort of stole from some other people writing about purchase orders. But it says, no matter how good your purchasing system is, sooner or later you will need additional material or labor that was not included in POs issued that were related either to the job budget or to the change orders. Whenever this occurs, you should issue a variance purchase order, or a VPO. They can be used to not only document that there is an issue on the current job, but to analyze where those types of issues are occurring in all jobs, with an eye towards preventing the issue in the future. And CHS, you can search for variance POs on lists of POs and produce some reports of that so that you can study on why you ended up with variances. In our example, we're going to decide that there was an estimating error and that the master bath window was left out when we originally budgeted. I've opened the estimated cost at completion worksheet, which you've seen me open in some other videos, to take a look at windows. And you can see that our original budget was this much. We issued total POs for this much, and then check mark to use the lesser PO, because that's what the PO came out to. That was for what we were basing our budget on, which means we're under by 81. We think that we're going to be, but suddenly we found out we need the master bath window. So what we want to do is go back to this purchase orders menu, and we need to add a new PO from scratch. And it's our demo job is what we'll use. And we were ordering windows from ProBills, so we're going to do that. And then I believe that was for Windows actually, was a 4510. And the cost type of materials dropped in, as we've talked about in our previous videos. It's based on the cost code issued, and then the cost type will drop in. And then for convenience, the title of this cost code drops in for the PO title, but you can type in anything you need. And I think I'll just put master bath window for my title. So that will help people during data entry selecting the PO, etc. Plus that will print at the top of the PO. It's just a quantity of one, and let's decide it's $375, and there'll be a tax rate of 8.25% on that. So we will create the purchase order based on that. You can see previous videos about using that window some more that I was just using. So now we've created a purchase order with one quick item that CHS made for us. But what we're going to talk about in this is that this PO type right here, instead of budgeted, we're going to say that it's a variance PO, and then a field opened for us to put why. If we drop down, we can see if our reason is here. It's an estimating error, and we will probably use that. But if for some reason we wanted to set up some other variance reasons to be tracking, this builder has several already. But we could add a new variance reason and just type it in and then do the save icon here. And then after we close this, it would be in the drop-down list. Now we want to call this an estimating error, so we'll go ahead and put it here. And then in the very internal notes, those will print on the reports that you ask for variance POs. So you should type something about it. Maybe just something like that, so that you have this variance PO issued, and then you save it. We could take a look at it if we like. We'll select PO with signature as our style. It's not a work order, so we won't select some other style, and we'll just print this PO right now. You could email it. You might have attached something to it that was maybe a little bid for this window or whatever you like, but here's our purchase order, master bath window, and you can see that PO title printed at the top of this particular purchase order. So that's how you issue a variance PO and give it a reason. I'm going to close that, and I'd like to go back to the ECC for a minute, and what I'm going to do is refresh it because I had it open already. So I need to refresh it to see what the change is. Now notice that under Windows, we now have something in the column for variance POs. The total of the POs is now higher, and it is showing that we are 325 over, which is the amount of the variance and then the difference for that lower PO we issued for the initial budgeted Windows package. So it's right away caught that we're over. It's part of our over budget total right here. This could have happened, could be something earlier in the job even, and showing you right away how you're headed over budget based on a variance PO that you issued. Now what I'd like to show you, if I go back to the purchase orders menu and I just look for a certain job in a list, this one here. Well, let's actually go to the list of all purchase orders so I can show you a couple of things. This is a big list of all purchase orders ever issued, so it takes a few minutes to open. But what it has is some search features. So first of all, I could search for just variance POs right here. I can click on variance, and then I could search for just ones for my job that I'm talking about, the demo job we're using. And I think we probably only issued one unless I did another one in a demo. So there's the only one that we have for that. But what if I search for adjust variances, and let's just also search for variances for this other job that he did quite a bit of work on for DeGroot. And if I hold down my control key, I can select both jobs. So I'm going to submit my search, and it's still for variance POs. You can see that here, PO type, they're all variances. But what if I want to do a report? There's one by job and then variance types. And that's probably the most interesting one that you'd like to look at, to study on. But you can see here's a variance type of trade layout error on this particular job DeGroot. So DeGroot came in first, damage by trade. Then you can see the various estimating errors, variances, spec changed variances that he called them, vendor changed, and Vista View, the one variance PO that we have. You can see how handy that total might be. You can see the total variances for DeGroot was that amount. Total variances for Vista View is the 405, is the only one that we've done. But you could go ahead and get yourself a report of those things and do some analysis or hold them side by side for different jobs to see and analyze where your variances are happening. Thank you for watching this. We'll continue to the next video to talk about how you can create a variance PO based on an overage of a cost that you posted. Thank you for watching.